Hello, YouTube. In the spirit of Halloween, I want to talk to you briefly about fear. Fear is a very powerful emotion and can play a very large part in our day-to-day life. Anxiety, for example, which we all experience, is pretty much just a form of social fear. Unfortunately, despite the fact that we all experience fear, there seems to be little understanding in society of how fear really works. When someone expresses a fear we do not share, our response is often to dismiss or simply tell the person to get over it. But we all know it's not that easy, is it? The problem is that fear often involves a physiological aspect. Fear can activate our fight or flight response, which is our body's response to high pressure situations. Our bodies flood with adrenaline to prepare us to either run away really fast or to fight to the death. Fear can activate the same kind of a response even if we're not actually in a life or death situation. We'll freeze up, our palms will get sweaty, our minds go blank. It's not a simple matter to just turn off those reactions. To explain how to deal with fear, I'm going to relate some of my own personal experiences with it. Now, you may find the footage I'm about to show genuinely scary. Consider this your trigger warning. This is my favorite animal, the house centipede. Now, like many of you, I used to be terrified of these animals and would experience a strong physiological reaction when I saw them, and I still do to some extent. The way I got over my fear to the point where I can now look at this video without even flinching is that I learned about these creatures. These bad boys are the ultimate insect killing machine. They spend their time hunting and killing much more annoying bugs like ants, bedbugs, termites, and cockroaches. They are scary fast, have great vision, and sting their prey with poison mandibles. If you have one of these in your house, it's a good thing, because it's killing tons of annoying bugs for you. Just think of it as a moving ant trap. So once I started learning more about the house centipede, I started to fear it less. Then with time and more exposure to them, I started to not only not actively fear them, but to actually like them. Now, when I think about this bug, all I wonder is why there hasn't been more monster movies using giant versions of it. To be clear, I still get a small physiological reaction to them, but that's something deep inside me I can't fully control, and to be honest, if I got a chance to handle them safely, it would probably go away pretty quickly. What this little example shows is that with some fears, a greater understanding of the thing you fear can lead to you losing most of that fear. If it's meeting new people that you fear, learning more about how to meet new people and more about how other people think could help to alleviate that fear. But I'm not going to pretend getting over fear is that simple. If it were, nobody would be afraid of anything. My next personal example is this ladder. This is a 124-foot rusted metal ladder in the middle of the jungle on an island in the Caribbean. I was unable to climb this ladder. This is because I have a fear of heights, specifically a fear of falling from a great height. This ladder is at the end of a trail and leads to a natural spring, so I was excited and motivated to climb it. But I got partway up and realized it was no longer safe for me to continue. My palms were sweaty and my legs were shaky. With each rung I climbed, I knew there was a greater chance of me falling. And since I was in the middle of the jungle with no one around for miles, I decided it wasn't worth the risk. Now to be clear, objectively, I probably could have made it to the top and back down without falling. But in this case, my fear had made that more dangerous than it otherwise would have been. This is a case where I wasn't able to overcome my fear, but that doesn't mean I never will. Despite my fear of heights, I have done rock climbing, cliff jumping, and have successfully climbed many smaller ladders. The key is that I'm aware of my fear and I'm working to overcome it. So I understand if there's certain things you simply cannot physically or emotionally do because of fear, but that doesn't mean you can't work towards overcoming those. And you may argue that it's just better to avoid those things you can't overcome just by learning about them. But to that I say, you never want to find yourself in a situation where there's something you really want to do, but can't do it because you're too afraid. It's better to figure out ways you can give yourself small doses of whatever it is you're afraid of, and work up from there. For me, it was climbing smaller ladders. The other thing I will strongly recommend if you genuinely want to overcome your fears is meditation. Meditation is a workout for your brain designed to give you more control over your thoughts. A lot of the time, fear takes the form of being unable to stop yourself from thinking of the worst possible outcome. For example, you can't go to that party because you're sure that you'll look like a loser or a fool. Meditation will help you learn to direct your thoughts where you want them to go, which hopefully would be to more positive potential outcomes. If there's a desire for it, I could probably make a quick instructional meditation video, but to be honest, I'm not an expert on meditation. And in any case, there are probably some decent meditation videos to be found here on YouTube. So that's it for now. Don't be afraid to like, comment, subscribe, or share as you see fit, and I wish you all the best.